Morning everyone. Our next chapter, that is a population. So let's start. The trend of population. What is trend of population? So trend of population means the interpretation of statistical data of size of population, growth rate of population, birth rate, death rate, rural and urban population, gender ratio, age group wise classification of population. So priorly the population census are not going done systematically. First of all, it was started by Jamshedji in 1871 and systematic census was conducted in 1890. So from 1911 to 2001, by the analyzing the data between these 2 years, the following trends has been observed. So what are they? They are as follows. The first one is size of population. So we all know that India is at second rank in the world for in the context of population. So in 1951 the population was 36.1 crore and in 2011 it was 121.02 crore. So every year there is a 170 lakh population is added in India, which is equals to the population of Australia. So we can say that every year one Australia is added in India. Okay, and as per the report, if it is not controlled, then by 2050 India will be the highest populated country with the approximate 164 crore. Next is rate of population growth. In 1951, average rate of population growth rate was 1.25%. Then in 1981 it is 2.22%. But by controlling the population, by the 2011 the rate has came to 1.64. Okay, and there is also government has been aiming zero growth rate by growth can be achieved by the 2045. This goal is set in National Population Policy of 2000. Next is birth rate. So what is birth rate? So every year per 1000 population, the number of children that are born alive, okay, that are known as birth rate. 1951 birth rate was 39.9 and in 2011 it was 21.8. So we can say there is a reduction of 18.1%. Youth will think that why, if there is a reduction in birth rate, then why population is so high? So that will you can see in a death rate. Why? Let's see. Death rate. So average number of death occurring every year per 1000 population is known as death rate. 1951 death rate was 27.4 and in 2011 it is 7.1. So we can say there is a reduction of 20.3. So जितना रिडक्शन बर्थ रेट में हुआ है उससे कई ज्यादा रिडक्शन डेथ रेट में हुआ है. सो बर्थ रेट तो कम है, इंस्टेड ऑफ इन फ्रंट ऑफ दैट डेथ रेट इज ऑल्सो डिक्रीज. सो देयर इज अ पॉपुलेशन प्रॉब्लम इज स्टिल देयर. सो एंड व्हाई दिस death rate has been decreased so many? Because of control over famine, improvement in standard of living, and we have nowadays good health related facilities are available, good education is there, and there is a now medical facility, surgical branch has also so much developed, and we are having so many vaccinations for infectious disease, and we are having proper health policies by the government. So because of this death rate has been decreased. So because of these two, the birth rate has been decreased and death rate has also been decreased. So because of that population problem is still there. Proportion of rural and urban area. Priorly in India 1951 82.8% population were residing in rural area and 17.2% population was residing in urban area. But now 68% were in rural area and 32% are living in urban area. Next is male female ratio. The number of male and female in the total population is known as proportion of male and female. Priorly there are 18.55 crore male, which is increased to 62.37 crore in 2011. And if we talk about in percent total population, so total out of total population there are priorly the male percentage is 51.37 and now it is 51.47. And if we talk about a female, then priorly there are 17.56 crore female, and now it has been increased to 58.76 crore. So there is also huge change in this ratio. Next is gender ratio. So what is gender ratio? The number of female against the 1000 male is known as male female ratio, or you can say gender ratio. So if there is a disparity, or you can say disbalance between these ratio, then many problems can be arise, like marriage, family, reproduction. India is only Kerala is only state in India which is having more females than 1000 male. Okay, and there in India 940 females per 1000 males are there in 2011. Age group wise population. Next is age group wise population. We know about active labor force of the country. Active labor force means the people who are in between 15 to 64 years. Okay, the people who are below 14 years, or you can say 0 to 14 years, priorly the 32.78% people are in the age group of 0 to 14, which is reduced to 29.21%. And the people who are at the above age of 65 years, they are increased to 4.78% to 5.49%. And the people who are considered in active labor force, priorly they are 62.44%, and now it is 65.30%. So which is increased. So there are more active workforce, and which is good for our nation. So because so many people can work, and then development of nation can be possible. Next is density of population. Per square kilometer, how many people are located is known as density of population. So population is increasing day by day. So in India 2001, density of population was 382 people per square kilometer. The highest population is in Delhi and the lowest in Arunachal Pradesh. Now we will talk about the size and growth rate of the population. You can see here the data of 1901 to 2011 population in crores and average growth rate. See, if you can see population that was started from 23.8 crore, 25.1 crore, 36.1 crore, 68.3 crore, 102.9 crore, 121.02 crore. Here population growth 0.08, 0.03, 1.25, 2.22, 1.97 and 1.64. So if you will do analysis of this, you can see in these first 50 years, 1901 to 1955, there is a very less increment you can see in the population growth, 23.8 to 36. But if you see in the next 50 years, 1951 to 2001, there is a huge increment you can see in the population. It is almost 3 times more than 1951, 36.1 to 102.9 crore. You can see this. And here you can see in 1921 the growth rate has been decreased, 0.03 growth rate is decreased. Why? Because at that era so many infectious disease has been spreaded over the countries like malaria, plague, dengue, etc.